So this is the second part, and basically what I want to say to like kind of roll to the end part of the thing I was talking about with the interlocking is that there's a lot of information out there on YouTube, and some of it's negative, some of it's positive, and best thing to do when it comes to wanting to do anything with your hair, your body, or anything else like that is to research it first before you go ahead and commit to doing anything. The thing that kind of prompted me to talk about this and the way that I am is that got a little message saying that my hair's gonna fall out my head, I'm gonna lose locks and stuff like that. And not just the interlocking part, but because of the size of my braid locks, they were saying my hair's gonna thin out and fall off. I mean, like, who has time to really send personal messages like that anyway? But yeah, as you can tell, I'm not really gonna let that bother me. That's just their opinion, and this is a journey, so I'm already basically just gonna I already knew I put myself out there for positive and negative feedback based off of just me putting my information on my channel and posting videos. So that being said, I don't know, haters gonna hate. But yeah, let's move on. I was asked why I don't talk about retwist and products for retwisting and stuff like that, and even though I thought it would be really obvious, I don't retwist my hair, so I don't have a huge experience with that. So talking about it doesn't really make much sense for me to talk about that, because I don't have the huge amount of experience with it at all, and it would be easier for me to refer you to somebody else's page, which I've done that before. I referred somebody else to look at another person who I know does it, their page, because that would make more sense. Send them to somebody who actually might have better advice. But from looking at other YouTube videos, as far as that goes with retwisting, I see that some people choose to use aloe vera gel, and they choose to use flaxseed gel, and other things that are, and this is to the person who's they asked me natural products, so that's why I'm saying those. But other than that, I would say go look at the ingredients of stuff. If that's really something that's bothering you, look at the ingredients of the stuff before you buy it, and then and apply it to your hair. And as far as the retwisting, I think I said this before, there are so many videos about retwisting, how often to retwist, and there's positive and negative. If you're first starting out looking to get your journey started, I can't say this enough, do your research first before you commit to anything, especially if you're going to a salon, especially if you're going to be doing it yourself, being a do-it-yourselfer. You need to make sure you understand what you're doing, so you don't do any unnecessary damage to your hair or your body. Alright, so the next topic is going to be about self-esteem, self-image, and wigs, weaves, extensions, makeup, and the whole natural road. First off, I don't have a problem with somebody who wants to wear makeup, extensions, or any of that stuff. That's their choice and that's their decision. And there's several different ways that I've seen people wear those things, and it looks just amazing. But the same way that some things can look amazing, sometimes they do not look amazing. But that is always in the perception of whoever is seeing it. Personally, I tend not to wear makeup, but that is a personal choice. And I also think that it has to do with the way that I was raised and being around my mother. And my mother didn't really wear makeup makeup like that. So it just wasn't something that was ingrained into me. Now with makeup, I think makeup can be very beautiful. All of those other things can be very beautiful if utilized properly. But my only problem is when a person is using any of those things as a crutch and they feel that they are not beautiful without them. That they feel like basically that they're dependent on them to the point that it's really causing some issue in their life. That would be the only time that you might hear me say something negative about a person who is wearing makeup or anything else like that, is if it's causing that person to have some type of like mental issues. That's about it. If it makes you happy, do what makes you happy. But I'm just going to say this, and I hope I don't offend anybody, but beauty comes from the inside. And your self-image and your self-esteem and all of that, the person who has the biggest effect on that is you. Other people can say whatever it is they want to say to you. They can put you down. They can make fun of you. They can tease you and all the rest of that. And I know full well about that because I got the 4 eyes. And when I was in my teenage years, I had my hair really short, and for whatever reason, it seemed like people had some type of problem with that. They thought that I needed to have my hair a certain way and that I needed to look a certain way. But the reality is, people can pick on you for any reason, and that's just the case. That's just how it is. Also, the whole reason behind why you might be wanting to make yourself look a certain way, I feel like this, if a person does not appreciate me for how I look without all of that, then maybe they're not really worth me being around in the first place. But yeah, I actually got asked a few times about makeup and stuff like that, and I actually had somebody tell me that I need to wear makeup, but I thought that was kind of like, what? Yeah, that's a whole nother can of worms, ain't it? But how do you feel about the whole concept of another person telling somebody else that they need to wear makeup, or they need to wear less makeup, or stuff like that? Like, in fact, I think almost everybody has their own little threshold about how much makeup before they'll say that a person has a clown face on. Because there's been a few times I've seen a woman one day, and I know she had her foundation and her concealer on, and she had some really nice eyeshadow and lipstick on, right? And then the next day she said she was going out, and this is like a year or so back that this happened, and I was at work. She said she was going to be going out. It was Friday, this, that, the other, and I felt so bad because she asked me how she looked, and I said, in so many words, that she didn't look like herself, and she got mad with me. And I now that I'm looking back at it, I probably could have worded it differently, but she really didn't look like herself at all. She didn't look ugly, but she didn't look like herself. And I guess that's where my opinion comes in with that. If makeup transforms you to the point that you would not be recognizable anymore, yeah, I wonder about that type of thing. What do you guys think? What does everybody who subscribed to me think about that type of thing? Is it like, at what point for you is too much too much? Is it a little bit too extra for you? And I think that's gonna basically conclude me talking about those few different things, just to see what other people think about that, and if I should make any more vlogs like this about different topics or not. Alright, everybody, hope everybody's doing good and staying blessed. See you guys next time. Bye. Thanks for watching.